Good morning everyone. Myself Kausar Momin, 9th standard, subject Science, chapter number 3, Current Electricity. In this chapter, today we are going to discuss about connection of resistors and effective resistance. In the last lecture, we studied up to conductors and insulators. Today we are going to discuss about system of resistors and effective resistance. In this, a resistor is a two-ended component having a given amount of resistance between its two ends. In several electrical devices, a number of resistors are connected together in different ways. Ohm's law is applicable to all such connected resistors. Meaning of this statement is if we need resistor, so we are having different amount of resistors. Suppose one resistor has a value of 3 ohm, another resistor has a value of 5 ohm, but we need a resistor which has 8 ohm value, but we don't have it. So we can merge these two resistors and we will get a 8 ohm resistor. So this will come with the effective resistors. So Ohm's law is applicable such type of connections. Okay, so in this first type is resistors in series. We are having two types. One is in series and other one is with parallel condition. In this diagram, you can observe resistors in series. Suppose this is a circuit in which you can observe a key, battery and resistors are in series combination. They connect with each other. Here you can observe that, see, first resistor, second resistor and third resistor. In this way we can connect n number of resistors, and obviously this is a potential difference across resistor. This is ammeter to measure current. So this is the arrangement of the circuit which is resistor in series. So let's go ahead with the explanation. We can see that the ends of the three resistors are connected so that they follow one after the other with a single line. These resistors are said to be connected in series. A resistor which are connected with a single line, such a combination is called as series combination. In such arrangement, the same current flows through each resistor. Suppose from here 1 ampere current is flowing. That means with R1 1 ampere current, with R2 1 ampere current, and with R3 1 ampere current itself. Okay, so current is same, and the potential difference between C and D is V. So here the potential difference is V. If the three resistors are R1, R2 and R3 connected in series, let the voltages be V1, V2 and V3. Obviously their potential difference is getting changed. So with respect to R1 it will be V1, with respect to R2 it will be V2, and with respect to R3 it will be V3. So we can say the total voltage as addition of overall voltages. That means V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. This V voltage is going to get separate with the distribute with this 3. Okay. Now if RS is the series combination, RS means whatever we are having R1, R2, R3, for all together we can say it as RS. Okay, so that means S means series. The effective resistance between CD, then according to Ohm's law, V is equals to I RS. Why RS? Because we are finding with series combination, that is why V is equals to IRS. Now we can find for V1, it will be IR1 because I current is same for overall. Okay, so R1 and V1. V2 is equals to IR2. V3 is equals to IR3. Now we will substitute all this in equation. That means IRS instead of V, we can substitute IRS. Okay, what about V1? V1 is IR1. So this IR1 instead of V1 we are substituting. Instead of V2 we are substituting IR2, and instead of V3 we are substituting IR3. Okay, so we can take I as a common. If I am taking I as a common, then in the bracket it will be R1, R2 and R3. So from left hand side and right hand side I get cancelled. So we will get RS is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. If n resistors are connected in series, that means we can take RS is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus up to Rn. Means we can add number of terms R4, R5 up to R100 up to R1000 and all. So for general way we can say RS series, which we can say RS means resistors are in series combination. No need to study this do you know part. Okay. Now important note is, if resistors are connected in series, the same current flows through each resistor. The effective resistance of the resistors is equal to the sum of their individual resistor. As I said to you, if we need 8 ohm, then 3 plus 5 will be 8. So in that way, for individual resistance addition will be effective resistance. The potential difference between two extremes of arrangement is equal to the sum of the potential differences across individual resistor. Whatever potential difference is between point A to B, that is going to get distribute with the different resistors. It is going to get distribute. Okay. Next, the effective resistance is larger than each of individual resistor. Obviously, whatever resistor effective, that will get more than each individual resistor. The arrangement is used to increase the resistance of the circuits. If we need to increase the resistance of the circuit, so we can do series combination of the resistor. Obviously I have given you example. If we are having 3 ohm resistor, if we are having 5 ohm resistor, now if we need 8 ohm resistor, then we have to connect it into series combination. Then definitely we will get the resistor will be at 8 ohm. So this arrangement is used to increase the resistance in the circuit. Next is resistors in parallel combination. Before this we have seen resistors in series combination. Now next topic is resistors in parallel combination. So here we will go ahead with first of all diagram. Okay, this is key, this is battery, this is current, and obviously parallel means the resistor are supposed to be arranged in this manner. Okay, these are the resistor with the parallel situations R1, R2 and R3. If resistors are with the parallel condition, then for them current is going to get separate, distribute. Okay, and its voltage is constant, which is potential difference. So we will go ahead with the explanation. It is exactly opposite of the series. Resistors are said to be connected in parallel when their ends are connected at both sides. The figure shows resistor R1, R2, R3 connected in parallel between points C and D. Means resistors both end is connected to the points. You can observe here resistors both connected to the point. Let I1, I2, I3 be the currents flowing through R1, R2, R3. In the previous experiment, voltage is going to get distributed V1, V2, V3. But in the parallel situation, current is going to get distributed I1, I2, I3. Okay, with respect to R1, R2, R3. Then the total current flowing through the circuit is I is equals to I1, I2, I3. Okay, in the previous situation we have seen V1, V2, V3. But when it is parallel situation, then at that time current is going to get distributed, which is I1, I2, I3. Now we have seen with series condition RS, and now with the parallel condition of resistor we are going to take Rp. Okay, let Rp is the parallel be the effective resistance between C and D. According to the Ohm's law, we know V is equals to IR, but we want I. So I we are taking over here, I will be V upon R. So here we are taking I is equals to V upon R. But it is with a parallel condition, that is why we are taking Rp. So for I1 we can keep V upon R1, for I2 V upon R2, and for I3 V upon R3. Now we can substitute all these things in this condition. I is V upon Rp, so instead of I we can substitute V upon Rp. I1, instead of I1 we can substitute V upon R1. Instead of I2 we can substitute V upon R2. Instead of I3 we can substitute V upon R3. Here also we are taking V common. So here I am taking V common. If you are taking V common over here, then 1 will be remaining, and this V and this V is going to get cancelled. So what is the remaining part? 1 upon Rp is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Now if n resistors are connected in parallel condition, then we can say 1 upon Rp is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus up to 1 upon Rn. We can say R100, R1000 and all. Rn up to it will go to up to Rn. So this is the condition for resistor R in parallel conditions. So we can say if even any one of the several bulbs connected in parallel becomes non-functional because of some damage to its filament, the circuit does not break as the current flows through the other parts, obviously, and the rest of the bulbs light up. So we have seen lightning in Diwali vacations and all. Lightning we have seen one light is going to get bulb up, then the remaining lightning are going on. So behind this situation is there, like current is continuously flowing with the another one, it won't stop. When several bulbs are connected in parallel, they emit the same amount of light when they are connected individually in the circuit, while bulbs connected in series emit less light than when connected in individually. If number of resistors are connected in parallel, then the inverse of the effective resistance is equal to the sum of their inverses of individual resistors. Inverse means 1 upon Rp is equals to 1 upon R1, R2, R3, 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 and all. The current flowing through an individual resistor is proportional to inverse of its resistance, and the total current flowing through the circuit is the sum of the currents flowing through individual resistors, as we have seen with the explanation. The potential difference across all resistors is same. The effective resistance of resistor connected in parallel is less than the least resistance of individual resistors. This arrangement is used to reduce the resistance in a circuit. Resistance with series condition, that arrangement we are using to increase the resistance, but resistance of parallel in the circuit, this arrangement we are using to reduce the resistance in a circuit. So we can distinguish these two if we compare these two paragraph, we can distinguish with this two paragraph easily for parallel series, parallel combination and series combination and parallel combination. Resistors are in parallel combination. We can distinguish these two easily. Here is the solved example for resistors in parallel. Example: resistor having resistance of 15 ohm, 20 ohm and 10 ohm are connected in parallel. What is the effective resistance in the circuit? First of all, we will write given things R1, R2 and R3. Condition is given for parallel. So we can apply the formula for parallel, that is 1 upon Rp is equals to how many resistors are there? 3 resistors. So we can use this formula up to 3 resistors. 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. If 4 resistors are there, then we can continue with this plus 1 upon R4. Okay. 1 upon Rp is equals to, we can substitute the values, instead of R1 15, instead of R2 20, instead of R3 10. Now we can take LCM for this, that is 60, and after getting calculation we are getting 13 upon 60. If you will reverse this, what we want, Rp we want, so we can invert this one. You have to reverse this. So it will be reverse, means 1 upon Rp is going to get reverse, that is Rp, and this is also going to get reverse, which is going to come 60 upon 30. So hence if you will calculate this, you will get 4.615 ohm. So final answer is effective resistance in the circuit is 4.615 ohm, which is less than this 3, less than at least 10 ohm. Next example: 3 resistors are having resistance of 5 ohm, 10 ohm and 30 ohm are connected in parallel and potential difference of 12 volt is applied across them. Obtain the current flowing through the circuit through individual resistors. What is the effective resistance in the circuit? First of all, we will write given things R1, R2, R3 and its potential difference, which is V is given, that is 12 volt. Now what we have to find? Individual resistor, individual current we have to find. So as we know the formula, I is equals to V upon R, but if it is individual, so that is why we can write I1 is equals to V upon R1. V is 12 and R1 is 5, so 12 upon 5. Answer is 2.4 ampere. Now for I2, V upon R2. V is 12 and R2 is 10. Answer is 1.2 ampere. Now next, I3 is equals to V upon R3. V is 12 upon R3 is 30. Answer is 0.4 ampere. Now next we can substitute for overall current. I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now we are having I1, I2, I3, which is 2.4, 1.2 and 0.4. We can substitute these values 2.4, 1.2 and 0.4. If you will calculate this, then you will get answer as 4.0 ampere. So your answer is 4.0 ampere. Now what we want? It's resistors, parallel resistor. Effective resistor we need to find. So we can find out that resistor 1 upon Rp is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. We know the values for R1, R2, R3. We can take LCM for that, and after getting calculation we are getting over here 1 upon 3. But what we want? Rp. So we can inverse this two. Rp is going to get numerator, then this is going to get numerator. Then this is Rp is equals to 3 by 1, which is 3. So we can write the final answer. Effective resistance in the circuit is 3 ohm and the current flowing through the resistance is 5 ohm, 10 ohm and 30 ohm, which is 2.4 ampere, 1.2 ampere, 0.4 ampere respectively. The total current flowing through the circuit is 4 ampere. So this is our final answer. Next numericals depend upon resistors in series. Example number 1. Three resistors having resistance 15 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm connected in series. What is the effective resistance in the circuit? First we will write given things, that is resistor 15 ohm, 3 ohm and 4 ohm. We are having formula for series, that is Rs is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. We can add all three these resistors. So final answer is 22 ohm after addition. So our answer is effective resistance in the circuit is 22 ohm. Example number 2. Two resistors having resistance of 16 ohm and 14 ohm are connected in series. If a potential difference of 18 volt across them, calculate the current flowing through the circuit and potential difference across each individual resistors. First of all, we will write given things. R1 and R2 is given. So effective resistance is addition of them, which is 14 plus 16 is equals to 30 ohm. Let the current flowing through the circuit is I, and potential difference across 16 ohm is 14 ohm will be V1 and V2. So we are having formula, that is V is equals to IR. So total voltage is 18 ohm, which is the addition of V1 plus V2. Now we can substitute this as I is equals to V upon R. V we know that is 18 and R is 30. So 18 upon 30 we will get as 0.6 ampere. Now V1 is equals to IR1. So how much? 0.6 and R1 is 16. If you will multiply this two, you will get the answer as 9.6 volt. And V2 is equals to IR2. Again, instead of I, we can substitute 0.6 multiplied by R2 is given, which is 14. If you will multiply this, you will get 8.4. So the current flowing through the circuit is 0.6 ampere, and the potential difference across the resistance is 16 ohm and 14 ohm is 9.6 volt and 8.4 volt respectively. Next numerical is depend upon resistance and resistivity. Determine the resistance of a copper wire having a length of 1 km and its diameter is 0.5 mm. First of all, we will go ahead with the resistivity of a copper, which is given part. If this type of question will be there in your exam, then resistivity of specific substance will be given to you. Okay, and this is 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. Converting all measures into meters. So length is given, that is 1 kilometer. So we can convert this length in meter. That is 1 kilometer means 1000 meter, which we can write 10 raised to the power of 3 meter. Diameter is given 0.5 millimeter. Here also we have to convert this to meter. So we can write 0.5 into 10 raised to the power of minus 3 meter. If R is the radius of the wire, then its area will be E is equals to pi R square. Now R means diameter upon 2. So we can substitute A is equals to pi into, instead of R, diameter upon 2 square, because instead of R we are substituting over here D upon 2. Now we will substitute the values. Pi upon this 2 square will be 4. Then this 4 we are taking denominator with pi upon 4, and D is how much? 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. So we can substitute 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3 the whole square, because D square is there. So if you will square this one, then you will get the answer as 0.2 multiplied by 10 raised to the power of minus 6 meter square. This is what? This is the area of the cross section. Now we are having a formula, that is R is equals to rho, which is resistivity, into L upon A. So that means we can substitute all the values which are given, and you will get the final answer as 85 ohm. Cancel these two numericals, no need to do this 1 and 3. and you have to solve this example 2 and example 4 as homework. And today's homework is you have to solve with the exercise part question number 9 A, B, C. All these numericals you have to solve in your notebook. Thank you.